Hello. I've run out of figurines. Also, I'm forced to exist in front of hardcover volumes of Trigun now. Don't worry about it. So a while ago, I put out a fan survey just to gauge some stuff from the good people of the TGimlet community, just to see where some sentiment is on a few things. First off, I really appreciate the people who went out and completed it. Your input does mean a lot, and I'm happy to see so many people are willing to go out and do some extracurriculars for the channel's sake. But let's answer the most pressing question first. Question 1 was who was everyone's favorite umamusume. This is the most important thing we have to answer today. So there were a whole bunch of characters here, but there was one umamusume who got 4 votes and a whole bunch who got 3, so I've decided unequivocally that those are the winning characters. And here they are. Imagine everyone tied for second in a room together. And I feel like I might have led people down a path again. So let's go over all the other analytical stuff. First, I asked what kind of videos people are enjoying the most on the channel. Far and away, the people seem to prefer videos that cover the real-life horse counterparts of umamusume characters, which is great news for me, because every time I do one, I have one less video to make about the mobile game. I think it's pretty much the natural point to do videos like that going forward, because while I'm no expert, the entire process from research to script writing is what I'm enjoying doing right now, even if I stumble sometimes here and there. But that's life. Stumbling. I don't intend to stop doing videos that cover the game like banner overviews, guides, gameplays, streams, or whatever else I can come up with, but I do find the real-life research to be more interesting and fun to do right now, so that's probably what I'm going to be doing more of a majority of. I also asked people to rank these specific 6 videos in terms of how much they liked them. I assigned points to each to find out what the total was, and here's where they rank. Alright, so what I gather from this is you guys want me to do hour-long videos on 500 races each. And I thought we were friends. It doesn't surprise me that those 2 videos are up there, since those definitely took the most effort to make, and for the most part, I think they turned out pretty well. I think someone who completed the survey also wanted to see a part 2 of the 100 horses video, and while I would like to do that at some point, I think the first one probably needs some breathing room first, so ask me again in a year from its release. Fortunately for the people, I'm currently doing another huge video right now, so I hope Rose Kingdom drops soon. The TGimlet video being in the top 3 does wonders for my soul, because that's a series I really want to keep doing, as evidenced by the KS Miracle video. 100 pull videos I still do enjoy doing, and they're by far the easiest ones I have to make, since it's just me editing over my own live self with very few things to filter. But I don't want to do those terribly too often because I want to avoid burnout, which is another reason I only do banner overviews in December. The anime review video was fun to make, and I think I consider it more of a preview than a review, to be honest, but I didn't like any of the names I came up with that didn't have review in the title, so it is what it is. The main point is I didn't want to spoil the series as a whole, but still wanted to talk about it enough to interest people who were just finding out about it. Truth be told, this is the kind of video that I wouldn't mind doing for other anime down the road. And How to Build Parents was the least favorite of this bunch. I heard you loud and clear. I'll go delete it. Obviously, I'm just kidding about that, but I think that kind of does indicate that people are more interested in the background of the characters. Plus, to be honest, I am ever running out of guides to do on the game. I'm not really interested in covering Champions Meetings guides, because if I have to do one of those every month, I'm liable to switch to being a Mahjong Soul YouTuber, so there really isn't a whole lot else for me to cover. Do you want to see a guide about clubs and their benefits? Something I've considered and was also brought up on the survey was revisiting guides for Global, which is something I'm definitely giving some consideration to at this point. Almost unanimously, people said that the quality of videos is improved or at least stayed the same with switching to a slower pace. Good to know, then that's here to stay. But if you ever want to feel like you're back in the old days, just change my speed to 1.5. Alright, now we're going to talk about shilling. I know I'm a funny voice on a screen who has a join button that says please send me $2 a month, but if the dream is to eventually do YouTube full-time, then channel memberships are a good way to get consistent support. On the survey, I asked people for various reasons why they aren't channel members, and most came back with I don't want to put payment information on YouTube, I don't want to, and it's hard out here, TGimlet. All fair responses. I'm not the kind of person who's going to push for channel memberships every video or whatever, but I also do think it's pretty much the best way to eventually guarantee that I can one day leave a cubicle and talk about Mejiro Dober for an hour. Or I could just make more viral videos. I mean, there is always that option. In that same vein, I also asked if people would consider supporting a Patreon instead of channel memberships, and a surprising amount of people said yes. So to that end, I went ahead and set up a Patreon just in case people felt more comfortable doing that or some such. It has the exact same benefits for what you get on the channel, but I'm also adding a new perk for the Gimlet Guild and Gimlet Gold members, exclusive polls. Most notably, I'm going to start giving out multiple choice polls to see who the next umamusume character you guys want to see me cover is, and I'll follow suit. If that's something you're interested in, then here are the 4 characters I'm thinking about covering next. Choices. In any case, the most you'll see is the Patreon link being added to the description and probably in the end screen of videos past this one. I will also, as ever, once again emphasize here that you don't have to do this if you don't want to. But if you do, and especially if you already do, then you're helping me out a lot and I am extremely grateful for it. Alright, that's enough asking for handouts. Let's talk about the open-ended section. I got a lot of good feedback here, and a lot of people left me some really nice comments, so once again, I do appreciate all the kind words and suggestions. While I can't go over everything that everyone submitted here, because this is a channel update and not supposed to be a huge monologue if you can believe it, I will go over some of the more notable things I saw. First off, a lot of people said I should stream more often. That's something I would like to do, but it's a little difficult for me to do so. That said, I do like streaming because I like talking to you guys live, so it is something I'm trying to figure out. Under the what's something I used to do that you'd like to see brought back section, the most common answer was tournament videos. Those videos stopped getting produced for a bunch of reasons, but mostly I just kinda got bored of them. It all just kinda ended up being the same video over and over again in my mind. Plus, trying to make umamyoi who all hovered around the same grade as each other was kind of a pain. I think if people miss their TGimlet and big meal fix, I've been sitting on a video concept for probably like a whole year at this point, and I swear I'm gonna do it over the next month or two, so don't you worry. Other suggestions included videos about horses who aren't in umamyoi. I could do this, but I tend to stay away from it on account of the fact that I'm not particularly an expert in general, but if people really want to see the Lord Kanaloa video, then who am I to say no? I legally can't do videos outside of umamyoi until I hit 10,000 subscribers, so hey, that's some motivation. Might be something to consider in the far future. I also saw suggestions for ways to reach out outside of YouTube and Twitter, because you kinda can't on YouTube outside of comments, and Twitter is a cesspool. Understandable. So I've thought about setting up a community Discord for a while, but in reality, I don't think I would do a very good job of keeping up with it, and at that point, is there really a point in it if I'm not paying attention? I don't know, but every day that passes, I have less and less of a reason not to make one. Maybe I'm just stubborn. Sort of to this end, I opened up the community tab for anybody to post there if they so choose, so hopefully that scratches the itch to directly say hi if you want. I have no clue how the community thing works, so I guess we're all gonna find out together. But I do think that's all I've got with this channel update. Once again, I do appreciate everybody reaching out with kind words and suggestions about the channel. I won't lie, and it's probably pretty obvious, but my videos aren't exactly setting the world on fire, but I feel like right now, I'm having the most fun making stuff. And so long as that continues to be true, I ain't going anywhere. So I'll see you in the next video. Now cart me away, giant hand.